Hey selam, ben Bora ve bugün The Stanley Parable'ın 4. bölümüyle yani final bölümüyle karşınızdayım. Bu video bir Twitch kesitidir. Siz de aşağıdaki linkten Twitch'e katılıp bana destek olabilirsiniz. İyi seyirler. Ve yine başladı ama bu sefer böyle bir yere geldik. Burası farklı.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Burada yine bir şey var. Şu kapılara bir girmeyi deneyeceğim. Ve bu kapı açıldı. Diğerkileri deneyelim.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Nasıl açılmadı? Açıldı işte. Bu kapı. Whiteboard. Konsol 7 bark. Whiteboard. Peki bu kapıyı açtık.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Buraya giriyoruz.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Buradan gidip karşıya geçebiliyoruz.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Buradayken şuraya atlayacağız.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Buraya gittik. Her yeri yaptık.
I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Tamam. Burada bu odaya girilmiyor. Burada merdiven var. Buraya gidilmiyor. Burada kapılar var.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Kırmızıdan geçti ve gitti dedi. Ama biz buraya geri geleceğiz. Maviden geçtik.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Daha biraz önce geçirmedi, şimdi geçtik.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Şu kapı açılmıştır. Oo, burası mavi kapı oldu. Hehe.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Oo, burası nere?
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Buralarda da kapı var.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Şimdi burada bizim bildiğimiz iki kapı var. Burası da o Daha biraz önceki gibi tamamlanmamış olan yerler. Bak buraları ışıklandırma gelmesi gerekiyormuş. Yazıyor. Buraya duvar. Bu kapı da ben şeyden bir yerden tanıyorum.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Deneyime kaç puan verdiğini sor diyor. Göster diyor. 1.
A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
O Stanley Parable. O dünya şeysi. Ne dünya lider tablosu. O bak ben 9327'yim. 28'inciyim. Geri gidelim.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Daha biraz önce buradan
Honest
girdik,
answers,
şimdi buradan.
please.
Dürüstçe cevap verelim. 4.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Yes.
Perfect.
Evet.
Let me boot it up. In this game,
Yeni
baby
oyun.
crawls left towards
Tamam.
danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Yetişmeden bahsede. Yansın o zaman.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh, Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it
Minecraft.
enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Nerede?
This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes. It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Zıplayamıyoruz ve bir şey de yapamıyoruz. The Stanley Parable ama Minecraft.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Madene. O Minecraft müziği. Sesi açtım. Yürüme sesi de öyle.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Hayır. Şurayı kırabilirim.
Oh, no, no, no, no, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Sesi. Yapma, Minecraft oynuyordum. Oo.
Yes!
Portal.
I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Portal oyununa gönderme. Şimdi şuradan geçeceğiz.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Bunu al. Buraya koy.
Genius.
Dahice. Yeni kutu var. Ver işte yeni kutu. Yeni kutu istiyorum. Vermeyecek. Geçelim.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave.
Oo. Aşağıya atladık. Bu oyunun daha yapılmamış yerleri. Aşağı. O başka bir yer. Çok garip bir yerler burası. Korkunç bir şey çıkacak değil mi? Işık. Yapma.
I wonder what he found. If
Hiçbir
what he
şey bulamadım.
wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Bitti
The
mi?
end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Ben de bekleyebilirim. Beklemedik ve bitti.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his
Tekrardan
hand.
oraya
It was
gidip
only a
o
matter of time before he
Minecraft'ta
found the others,
madeni
wherever they
bulmaya
were.
gideceğim.
Just a matter of
Şimdi.
time.
Burada bir tekrardan bir şey var. Atladık aşağı.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map
Evet.
until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yes, no. Gag. No, yes, yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like
SC
right
diyor.
now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope,
Zafer.
I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very
Bir
old
şarkı
and
girdi.
was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Sadece şarkı mı dinleyeceğiz? Stanley. Konuştu o adam. Konuşmacı. Çıkmamdan bekliyorsun değil mi? Bekleyebilirim. Bekleyemem. Yeniden başlattım. Bekleyemedim.
All of his co-workers were
Peki.
gone. What
Daha
could
biraz
it
önce
mean?
buradan geçtik.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Şuradan şöyle.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't
Bir daha
find a
geçemedim.
trace of his co-workers.
Bir seferlik.
He hoped it
O
was. He
kırmızı
hoped very much that it was.
kapıya gireceğiz. Bakalım bu sefer ne olacak?
When Stanley came to a set of two
Yürü,
open,
yürü,
this
yürü.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Kaç kere gezdiysem
Stanley was so
yayında
bad at following
iyi
directions, it's
biliyorum
incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What?
Hop,
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Tamam. Bu sefer senin dediğin olsun.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Aynı yerde dönüp dönüp duruyor muyum? Aynı yerde dönüp dönüp duruyorum. Karanlığa
What do
girdik.
we want? What are we looking for?
O uzay mı? Oo.
Here. Yes. Oh,
Uzay.
it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Oo. Yeter.
No, wait.
Burada emin ol.
Where are you going?
Hiçbir yere. Kandırdım.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Kendimi yaralarsam oyun bitecek.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. No! Oh, no.
Sakatlandık.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go. My
Yavaşladık.
God.
Bacağımı
Is this
kırdım.
really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart,
Oo,
isn't
bir
it?
değişik
I'm
gözüküyor.
going back.
Ve en başa döndük. Bu
All
sefer
of his co-workers were gone.
patronun
What could it
odasına
mean?
gideceğiz.
Stanley
Ama
decided to go to the
girer
meeting
gibi
room.
yapıp
Perhaps he had simply missed a
girmeyeceğiz.
memo.
O zaman ne olacak? gizli bir
When
yer
Stanley
açılacak.
came to a set of 2 open
Soldan
doors,
gidelim.
he entered the door on his left.
Buradan böyle. Buradan
Yet there
böyle.
was not a single person here either. Feeling
Şu
a
an
wave
neydi onu
of
hatırlamıyorum.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might, coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Tamam. Girdik, çıktık. Girdik, çıktık. Girdik. Hayır, kapat. Yaptık herhalde. Buradaki kapı kapandı. Hop'taydım. Tamam. Boş verdik orayı. Bu kapıda olacak.
Stepping in.
Evet. O kapı kapandı. Bu kapı ise hala açık. Buradan böyle geri gidiyoruz. Ve bu kapı açıldı. Buradan geriye. Şuradaki slide bitmiş. Geri ofise gidiyoruz. Bu kapılar full açık. Şuradan ofise dönelim ve bizim odanın 427'nin yanındaki kapı açılmış. Buraya girelim. Ve yeni bir yere geldik. You are now leaving. Şu an ayrılıyoruz. Burada merdiven var. Bu kapı açılmıyor. Burada yine odalar var. Orası çalışmıyor. Orası alt kata iniyor. Bizimkisi ama yukarıya çıkıyor. Buralarda yine açılmıyor. Bunu çağıramıyoruz. Tekrardan çıkıyoruz. Burada yine aynı yer var. 650, 756. ...757. İki kat daha çıkmamız lazım. 758. Bu kapılar açılmıyor. Son bir kat. 759. ...759'a girdik ve son kat 760. Burada bir launch fırlatma yeri var. Girdik buraya. Sağda bir kırmızılık gördüm gibi. Oo. Kırmızı. Kırmızı bir koltuk mu bu? Fırlatma kabini. Ekran gitti. Tamam.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Nereye
mean?
gitmiş olabilir?
Stanley
yani?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Farklı. Değişik oluyor.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Olabilir,
he entered the
değişik.
door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Evet, buraya girdik.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Gitmedik.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Ama gitmeyeceğim.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet?
Evet.
Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation
oyun
here.
bitiyor.
I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Ama
Maybe to you
çıkmayacağım.
this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
Ne?
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Öyle bir şey yok. Yoksa öyle mi?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Ama çıkmayacağım. Tamam, çıkıp gidelim.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Biz de o zaman burada bekleyelim. Ya da hiç beklemeyelim. Şu duvara bakıp duralım. Oyunun sonuna kadar beni izlediğiniz için teşekkürler. Daha fazla böyle oyun videosu gelecek. Takipte kalın. Görüşürüz. Bay bay.